Um, I don't know. I wish I had a good answer for that. For me, it was I just had to keep taking one step at a time, and I wasn't looking at the big picture. So I never thought I never thought I'd have a book on Amazon. I never thought, that people would be buying it who don't even know me. I thought it would be like local, and I would do my local things with the university, and I had no idea that people around the world, I have people in Australia and South America and England, contacting me and telling me what a difference it's made. I had a husband just yesterday contact me on Facebook, and he said, "Do you know the change you've made in my wife? And I thank you." Oh gosh, I couldn't ask for anything better than that. And
Wow.
who would have imagined? I never would have imagined that a year ago. So
So I would say, coming back to the comment about how I believe that your thought process and the things that you ingest certainly show up physically and visibly on you. There was somebody, when I made note of the fact that you had a 34-year-old child, said on the blog back to me that they thought you were 34. So I need to make sure to get
nope.
that in. Because
I do say that people say, "How old were you when you had her?" And I usually say 7.
so we started early. Get it out of the way.
That's right. She's 6 feet tall. I'm 5 feet tall.
All right. There's got to be a story there.
Mutt and Jeff.
So, yeah, I think what is interesting about the work you're doing, or has to be fascinating for you, is the recognition that comes from the affirmations you get from others that have had the life-changing experiences. Would lead me to believe that you probably think, wow, if I'm throwing these many starfish, if you will, back into the ocean, right? If I've had the ability to touch these many people, perhaps there is a larger body of people. What do you see in the future? In life, we're growing or dying. Nothing stays the same. I suspect, if as you are on your life assignment or doing things to make a difference in the lives of other people in a way of service that's really impactful, is what do you see? A few years from now, if we have you back for the anniversary edition of the show, what are you going to be doing? How are you going to be touching more people?
That's great, and I do want to address the question you asked before. In it, I made a joke out of it, but I do believe that we have a purpose in life, and that we do have a responsibility to share and do what we know, even if the world tells us we don't know what we're doing. We do have to listen to that inner voice. And if I didn't have this drive, this drive is God-given. I didn't wake up one day and say, "Gee, I want to write a book so that everybody can make fun of me." That's exposing yourself. So this drive is God-given. This drive is given to me for a reason. So I have an obligation to do something with it. And I have been in work situations with other people I do consider authorities that have all the degrees, and they tell me over and over that my information is just as powerful, if not more so, because I've lived it. I could have the advanced education, but I've lived what I'm saying, and I've lived what I'm preaching, and that has a propulsion all in its own. So that passion is really clear, and I have people say that a lot. They say, "You're so passionate about eating salads." Yeehaw! Well, because I went from being crippled to well. Of course I'm going to be passionate. So what I would like to see in 2 years and 5 years is I have so many other books that I need to get out, and I have penned, and they're in the pipeline, and so I have 2 workbooks coming out. I have a book of what I'm calling affirmations, encouragements, that is to come out, and I hope to have more products as far as my being able to videotape the workshops that I do, so that I can, I've done that so far, but I'm not happy with it, and I look about 105. So I think I